They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the...
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Just like that. Just like that.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
First down, a run with Cohen. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Completes it to Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Under 10. 10.
They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Double tight.
Now it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
59 mark. Check. Hey, move it. Hey, look, Justin, there's a look. We take a win. Check 59, Mike.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Jones. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Check. 59. Go on. Hey, do.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Let's go, Hey, 88. Hey, Delta.
To throw is Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the 1st down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hey, Charlie!
Throwing on second down. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
Let's go! Let's do it!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Trubisky to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. Alert!
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ran, come. You better break. Hey, Echo.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got the...
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
4 down. Alert. Hey, 18. 46.
After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes...
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now, the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all... Do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
18.
Now Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, as the first half is winding down, as the Bears push further out in front. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a pickup of 7, and it is also the final play of the first half. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Trubisky. He sets to fire deep, and he almost had it defensively.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back in. From the gun.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Ellington. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Throwing is Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Fights off. There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now Dawson for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Next to score, Bears 20, Packers nothing. Phil Dawson set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
On first down, it's Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the Packers' 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Check 37. Check 37.
They go play action with Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Switch. Switch. Hey, 18, 18, 18.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, one-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Bruce Ellington, 32 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Come on, let's go. Red, come. Hey, alert. Bravo.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They go play action. Trubisky, he'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
On first down, Trubisky. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Alert. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 46. Man, I got you. 46 to Mike, 46. It's our time. 46. 46 to Mike.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Zadarius Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. L.A.T.N now to return it. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
brings up second.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Bears 23, Packers 8.
No. We 19. Check 59. Check 59, right? Mike is 59. Mike. Hey, Haywood. Bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Let's go, team.
Rodgers to throw once more. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he goes out right around the 39. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, and even 50 yards.
1st and 10 at the 10.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Tighten up.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Count on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Alert 3. 18. Hey, switch gears.
Again, it's Cohen. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. And he lost lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They try again with Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Everyone's got 4 down.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And a return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
A gain of 3, second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
No. Off.
Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And his kick is right there. It's good, and their lead will swell up to 28. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe